Hello, my name is Elisabetta and I'm a fairy tale illustrator, but I'm also an environmental educator who use our picture book to talk about important projects and values to children during my workshop. And my last illustrated book that I would like to present to you is this. I show you. And my last picture book is entitled What Was Your Grandfather's Name? And it was published in January of this year by the Italian publishing house called Tomolo Edijo, that I greet and I thank. And it is translated into 3 languages, English, Italian and also German. And unlike all the picture book I have published so far, the latter is an autobiographical one. And it talks about me in particular. It speaks of my memories as a child, and it talks about an experience that really happened to my grandfather during the Second World War. And as with most of the illustrated book I write, I never have a well-defined story under my hands to illustrate. But the most surprising thing that first I collect so many details, so many small clues, with which then they suggest me how to write all the story. And I like to think that writing an illustrated book is like finding in the street the many pieces of a puzzle that apparently all seem disconnected from each other, but which then almost as if attracted by a magnet over each other, joined together to build a final image. I think that it could be some kind of magic. And so now I'm going to tell you about a little snippets of the story that I collected over the course of 6 months before writing and illustrating it. So, what can I say? In December of the last year, I went to visit my mother at the sea, and during a walk on the beach, I saw many shells, then some sticks carried by the waves. So I remembered my grandfather, and when he made me toys with wood, with these little sticks. And in particular, then I heard the sound of an airplane. And I remembered the story that my grandfather told me when I was a child. I remember when he was a soldier-aviator, a soldier-Italian aviator, who fixed the plane of Italian pilots during the Second World War. And in fact, before the war, he was a very good friend of Mr. Hugo, a German gentleman who usually spent his holidays in the campsite where my grandfather worked as a mechanic and a gardener. And when the war broke out, he became an aviator, while Mr. Hugo, a German, became a German SS general. And he told me that while he was fixing an airplane, he was arrested by the Germans who were about to send him to a concentration camp in Birkenau. However, it was thanks to help Mr. Hugo that he was able to escape and return home safely. The most surprising thing is that since then my grandfather did not call himself by his first name. In fact, I have always known him with the name of Grandfather Hugo. And it's very special for me. And what can I say about the purpose? I can say that the main purpose of my book is to be a means to talk to children about extremely complex topics, such as the events that occurred during the Second World War, and about very important values, such as that of the friendship that linked my grandfather to Mr. Hugo, and that it was strong enough to overcome the insane details of the Second World War. And thanks to its image that you can see in this book, like for example this one, or like for example that one, I show some image to you. Okay, and thanks to its image, this book has the ability to enter in a gentle but profound way into the mind of the reader, and to introduce the reader into events that are not invented, but really happened. Atrocious events such as the establishment of the extermination camp, such as Birkenau, such as Auschwitz, where not only Jews were deported, but also all those who opposed Nazi ideologies. And it's intended to be a way to remind future generation of the importance of the values of friendship, and the fact that this thing really happened, and that we must prevent new inhuman ideologies from reducing humanity in this condition. My intent is therefore to leave a seed inside the children, the seed of remembrance, the seed of memory, and it's very important for me. My intent is this, and what can I say? I hope you will enjoy this book and enjoy your reading. Bye.